Hi, everybody. My name is Jose Cortez. Welcome to English 1. I'll be your English 1 instructor this semester, and I just wanted to take this time to make this video to kind of talk about the class a little bit, introduce myself, and go over some details of what we're going to be working on this semester. So, a little bit about me. I've been teaching at Solano for years now. I teach English classes and I teach English as a second language classes. And before I started teaching at Solano, I used to be a student here. Solano College is a place that's just tremendously important to me. I was one of those people that had a really difficult time going through high school. I didn't graduate high school on time. I ended up finishing high school later after the rest of my class. And after completing high school, I felt lost for, about a year or two. I didn't really know, what I wanted to do or what options were available for me. And then I took some classes out at Solano. And after taking English 1 at Solano College years ago, um, it was just this tremendously transformative experience for me. I found my identity as a student in my time at Solano College. And specifically, when I was in English 1, I gained a lot of confidence in who I was as a learner, as a reader, as a writer. And now it's tremendously important for me to be able to have the opportunity to be able to teach this class that was so important when I was a student here. Um, one of the things that we focus on in this class, and, I know at face value, the course description talks about like a writing class and composition, and you're thinking about writing essays and things like that. But really, English 1 lays a lot of the foundation that's going to be those skills you're going to be using in every class you take from here on out, and even beyond the classes that you're taking. Even if you're one of those people that thinks about, like I did when I started this class, like, maybe I'm not a strong reader, a strong writer, or whatever kind of things I've internalized about myself as a learner over the time through school, really beyond writing essays and beyond, reading the material that we're doing for this class, a lot of the skills that we're gaining are those skills to be critical thinkers, or those skills to continue to develop this idea of like being critical consumers of information, reading something, analyzing it, thinking about our perspective on it, and then presenting our opinion on a wide variety of topics. And really, those are the moves that we're going to be working on this semester in this class. And I'm really excited, to be working with all of you this semester, to have the opportunity to get to know all of you, to get to learn things about you through your writing, and really engage in a wide variety of topics that we're going to over the course of this semester. So this class is what's called an asynchronous online class. And what that means, just this idea of asynchronous, is that we don't have regular online meeting times. Instead, we're going to have sometimes where there's going to be options to be able to meet, like kind of like small groups or kind of whole class discussions that go over some like mini lessons. And I'll introduce those as they come along throughout the semester, which is basically just some times where I'll use my office hours, and then I'll say, during this specific mini lesson, I'll be talking about some close reading strategies or things like that. Those are never required for you to attend. Instead, they're just available, a place where you can come in. I'll be talking, kind of giving like some skills to be able to help you with whatever tasks we're working on in the class. I'll record those sessions and then I'll post them on Canvas. So if you're not able to make those, no problem. You're then able to just watch the recordings online to be able to help you with whatever it is we're working on that week. Sometimes I'll just make some videos and post those. And again, the reason that I like having some of the videos is just to kind of go over some strategies, and I'll start this next week, that'll be able to be helpful with what we're working on in the class. So again, there's never a set time that you have to attend this class. There's no set meetings for this class. This class is 100% online, and those times are asynchronous. While that may be true, there are times where I'll be available to meet with students. I have regular office hours. I'm also teaching classes on campus, but for the first 5 weeks of the semester, all of our classes are online. So my office hours are kind of set up where I could either meet with people that are online or be able to meet with my students who are on campus when we return to campus. So I'm going to be having regular office hours Monday through Thursday from 8:30 in the morning to 9 in the morning, and then from 1 to 1:30 in the afternoon. If those times don't work for you, no problem. I'm also available by appointment to meet with you pretty much at a wide variety of different times throughout the week. I will be able to find times to meet with you, right? That is like my commitment to you over the course of the semester, is that I'm here to be able to make sure that you're successful this semester. Like that is my number one most important goal, right? So if that means having to meet with students at times that work for their schedule, I know some of you have families. I know, some of you have jobs, play sports, all sorts of different things, right? Like I have two kids running around my house. You might hear them in the background sometimes when we're on Zoom, things like that. So I understand that like schedules can be difficult and things like that. So with that in mind, I can meet with you at a wide variety of times. Just send me an email, and if you were to say, "Hey, I need to meet. I want to talk about this essay or reading assignment or get some feedback on some writing that I'm doing. What time works for you?" We can kind of compare schedules. I can meet with you. I meet with students sometimes in the evenings on Zoom. I can meet with you in the afternoons. I can meet with you some mornings. I've even been able, if I'm free, able to meet with people on the weekends. So I will find a time that works for both of our schedules for us to be able to meet if you ever have questions or want to go over any things together. Um, so again, please don't hesitate to email me if my office hours don't work for you. I try to be as fast as possible with responding to email. I know it's a little bit difficult with, me not being in a classroom with you on campus. This whole kind of online teaching and learning thing is new for me too. I've been at it a little over a couple of years now, but it's still taking some getting used to. But one of the things that I can do is just try to be as open with communication with you as possible. So a really easy way to get a hold of me is just to email me. I check my email daily. I try to get back to all of my emails within a day, 2 days at the most. Sometimes if they're sent on the weekends, then it might be at the end of the weekend that I get back. But if it's urgent, I'll try to get back to it ASAP. My email goes to my phone. I check my phone regularly, right? So I'll try to get back to those as soon as possible. Also, in the syllabus, I posted my number. It's a Google Voice account that goes straight to my phone. I use it as my work phone. You can call me, you can text me, and I can give you quick little replies if there's ever any kind of questions you have or anything like that related to the class. Again, like my biggest commitment is just to kind of check in with you regularly, make sure that you're successful in the class. And sometimes, I'll be reaching out to you. I might be sending you emails if I see people might be maybe falling behind a little bit with the work. I'll give students calls, things like that. And the reason that I'm doing that is like when we're face to face in a classroom, it's very easy for me to see who's there and who's not there, right? And be able to talk to people regularly as they're coming in, as they're leaving the class. Online, it's a little bit more difficult. So we have to rely on things like email, phone, stuff like that to be able to make sure, that we're in communication with each other. I think that's the biggest thing to being successful in this class is just checking in with the class regularly, communicating with me if you have any questions or concerns. And again, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to me if you ever have any questions. And there's no question that's too small or anything like that. As far as the structure of how this class is going to work, again, like I said, this class is asynchronous, meaning that we don't have regular meeting times for the class. Instead, we're using Canvas for everything that we're doing in this class, right? Um, every week, I'm going to post a new module. The class is going to break down kind of like in weekly little pieces. And this week, you're going to see week one module. And then next week, I'll release another module. I typically release these modules on Sundays, like later in the afternoon, Sunday night, right? With the intention that you're going to see them on Monday morning. And then that module will last a week, right? From Monday to Sunday. And then the next Monday, a new module will come out. Sometimes, there's holidays on Mondays and the module will come out on Tuesday, but at the beginning of the week, there will be a new module each week. And those modules are broken down a week at a time. And the reason I only release them a week at a time is so this class feels kind of like a regular weekly thing, right? In the modules, there'll be an overview in the beginning. It talks a little bit about like what we're doing that week. There'll be maybe something that you'll read, right? Whatever assignment they're working on. There's some discussions, different things like that. So like each week, the modules will look a little bit different, but basically it'll give you the overview of what the tasks are, the things you're going to be turning in, and then just kind of week at a time, you'll just work through those modules. My best advice for you being successful in this class is just regularly checking in with the class, right? That you're on the modules each week, you're kind of checking in with the class. If you ever have any questions, you're emailing me, reaching out to me, all that good stuff. In addition to that, we'll have a TA that'll be working with us in this class. His name is Chris. He'll be introducing himself in another video. But Chris is available to meet with you also, right? He talks a little bit about his background. He was also a Solano student. He's working towards teaching classes of his own, just finished grad school. And it's just this really nice opportunity to have somebody else in the class to give you some feedback, to be able to help out and just have an additional person to support you through this class. So each week, again, I'll be releasing different modules. We'll be working through this work. I'll be creating new videos, kind of checking in with all of you. But really, the biggest thing that I want to make clear is that if you ever have any questions, if you ever have any concerns or anything like that with the class, definitely stop by and meet me in my office hour. If my office hours don't work for you, send me an email. Let's set up some times that do work. We can meet. We can talk through some things together. Work through assignments, talk about the different readings, talk about the different writing assignments they're working on. So please, if you have any questions as we're starting off this week is just going to be kind of a quick overview of the class, some little icebreaker stuff, a little kind of getting to know you writing assignment, and then next week we're going to jump into the content of this class. As far as the book for this class, I posted the information in the syllabus. You only need one book. Every other reading I'll be giving you this semester, right? So I'll be giving you things to read, articles that you'll be downloading, right? Essays, things like that. So those will all be available on campus. The only book you have to buy is called Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. You can find that book literally anywhere. Every bookstore, Target, Barnes and Noble, Amazon, things like that. You can find his book. The information for that is all just listed in the syllabus. And if you order it now, like it's pretty cheap. I think you can probably find a copy of it pretty easily for like around $10, something like that. But again, it's really common. Pretty much every bookstore you go to is going to have tons of copies of it, right? So really easy to get your hands on. This week, please feel free to stop by my office hours just to introduce yourself. If you want to say hi, if you have any questions about the class, it's going to be nice to get to know some of you. Again, I know like kind of like online teaching and learning can feel like sometimes a little bit disconnected, but that's why I like having these little Zoom sessions, having my Zoom office hours, opportunity to be able to connect with people. And again, if you have any questions at all about the class, please reach out and I'll be in contact with you soon. All right, nice to get to say hi to all of you, and I hope to meet all of you soon.